It appears this is going to be the second to last message in this series about don't be a dummy for the devil. In particular, don't be a dummy for the devil by disobeying the word of the Lord. That includes having mercy upon someone whom God is judging, even to the point of interceding for someone whom God has instructed you to not pray for. In Ecclesiastes 3, it states, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace." So when God says it's time for something, it's time for that. Even if you don't agree with the Lord, obey the word of the Lord. Many people know about 1 Samuel 15, how the Lord had Samuel the seer give King Saul these instructions. "I have noted what Amalek did to Israel in opposing them on the way when they came up out of Egypt. Now go and strike Amalek and devote destruction to all that they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant, ox and sheep, camel and donkey." King Saul disobeyed the word of the Lord. As a result, he lost his kingdom and he lost his life. And the Lord even had Samuel tell Saul that his rebellion was like the sin of divination. It was basically like witchcraft to rebel against God. But in 1 Kings 20, another example of a king who rebelled against God, who failed to follow his instructions, was King Ahab. Now, when I mention about King Ahab, you may think that there is no way the Lord would ever have a prophet say anything good to him or about him. However, in 1 Kings 20, the Lord had a prophet tell King Ahab that he, the Most High God, was going to give him the Syrians into his hand. The Israelites prevailed over the Syrians, but the Syrians blasphemed God, and God had a prophet tell King Ahab that because the Syrians had blasphemed him by saying he was a god of the hills as opposed to a god of the valley, that he was going to give him the victory. And the Lord did so. But then King Ben-Hadad came to Ahab to negotiate peace. And King Ahab had mercy upon Ben-Hadad, and the Lord judged him for it. And the Lord said, through a prophet, "Thus says the Lord, because you have let go out of your hand a man whom I have devoted to destruction, therefore your life shall be for his life, and your people for his people." God is known as a God or the Lord of hosts, a commander of armies. So as a child of God, a soldier of God, obey God.